wish would have a Blu-ray player. I don't really look for something like that, but maybe it'll have something like the 360 has. Just no tray.
Yeah.
Don't put a tray. You're gonna scratch your disc. And that's what scratches those discs.
Trays. And they get jammed as well.
The 360 uses DVD 9s. They're slightly, I think they're a little bit, I think they're like about 8 gigs standard, and double layer they're about 16 gigs.
All I know is that the Wii's DVDs and the 360's DVDs are completely different for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. It's called DVD 9. I don't know what's the difference. I think it's just a capacity difference. But we use just regular DVDs, just either 4.13 gigs or double layer, which is like 8 gigs.
Mm.
And there's only been 2 games on the Wii that have been released on double layer, and that's Trilogy.
The Smash one. Yeah.
Of course, Trilogy had to be a double layer.
It's like 3 full games in one.
Yeah, plus a multiplayer.
Oh yeah, that too.
Alright.
And no little extras.
I mean, like this guy said in here on my, a Blu-ray player, putting a Blu-ray player in a Wii, it'll make it way expensive. It would be like it would be at least $300 really. Because Blu-ray players by themselves are pretty expensive.
Dude, it'll probably be like even more expensive than the PS3 at the moment, because you got to remember it also has full motion controls as well. So
how much is the PS3? It's $300. It's $300.
Yeah.
How much is it? How much is it for you?
£250.
200 what?
£50 sterling.
215 pounds.
50. Sorry.
Oh, 250 pounds. Okay, about it.
Yeah,
alright, ready to move on?
Yep, sure.
Let's move on. Alright, next article. Insomniac to prioritize graphics over frames per second. Post a crack in time.
This is a new argument now. We're talking about graphics and gameplay now. It's graphics and frame rate.
See now, this graphics things have gone so out of hand. Now graphics are starting to get in arguments with parts of itself. It's crazy.
Yep.
So Insomniac Games wants to prioritize graphics over frames per second. Ooh.
Yeah. Basically, what they said just recently was they said Ratchet & Clank Crack in Time is going to be the last full 60 frames per second game. They said basically they reckon lush graphics and texture and stuff is a lot more important than frames per second. So they said that after this game we're not going to be doing anything in 60 frames per second. There's a lot of games run at like 30 frames per second anyway, don't they? Like you said, Left 4 Dead earlier, didn't you?
It jumped. Well, PC games tend to fluctuate. Sometimes if you run games like let's take Crysis for example. That's a great example. If you ran that game on high, it'll be running on 120 frames per second.
Awesome.
But only if you can actually run it at that high. I mean,
you need the RAM and GPU in it.
Yeah, I think I tweaked my computer good enough to. I think I fixed my overheating issues. But PC games can run at the highest frame rate, of course, because that's where they're made on.
Yeah.
But the frame rate doesn't really improve the graphics itself. It improves the smoothness of gameplay. I think that's it.
The way it flows and everything.
Yeah, the way it flows.
But like, I know you said it doesn't really matter that much, but not everyone really wants to play a game that's like resembles a PowerPoint presentation.
A PowerPoint presentation, you said?
Yeah. No one wants to, experience lag, You know what I
Of
mean?
course not. But really,
But
this is nothing to talk about, really.
yeah,
It's like, oh, we're
it's
putting
just
we're putting graphics over frame rate. Oh,
I don't know how that entered the news, but yeah.
I'm just worried about the story of Crack in Time. How about that? I'm not worried about how it
Apparently,
looks or how smooth.
it's a
Well,
good game. Trust me.
oh yeah, I'm gonna get on that demo.
Yeah, the demo is fun.
I am going to get on that demo. I mean, I need to look at a whole bunch of demos and download them. The only downside
That's
of the PS3 is they take so long to download.
Yeah, that's true.
They take so
But yeah,
long. But the reward is
but
good,
yeah,
I guess.
also like I said, try Trine as well, 'cause that's pretty good.
What'd you say?
Trine, spelled
Trine.
Trine.
Trying?
Yeah, this spotlight at the moment on the PSN.
Huh.
That's how I found out about it.
Hmm.
Oh, and the Yahtzee, of course. He didn't like it for some reason.
Well, Sparkman, do you have any more news?
Oh, we didn't talk about Prince of Persia, because
Oh.
we were talking about that for a bit.
Oh yeah. Anybody's watched. Everybody knows. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that Prince of Persia is my favorite game series ever. I love it. I love the fighting styles. I love hack and slash games like that. I love the fighting style, except for the last one. I love.
Since the last one was a bit weak, yeah.
I didn't like how you like. It's just one-on-one. I like to fight multiple enemies at once. But
I heard you can't die either as well, which is a bit, takes away the challenge.
that was a really bad part of the game. I was like, why can't I die? I want to die. It was like the first time in a video game. It was like, I want to die.
It's a game, dude. It's a game within a game.
I mean,
trying to see how
every
you
time.
die.
I mean, every time I fall off, a ledge, what's his name? Elika would grab me and pull me up where I started. I was like,
Wait, isn't it like Sands of Time where you had like an energy bar or anything?
No, it doesn't.
Well,
it doesn't. It doesn't have an energy.
Wow, that's weird. Because like in Sands of Time, you like press the R button or something, and it rewinds time, but you have an energy bar, so it limits how many times you can use it.
Yeah, it has like little sand. I think what do you call them? Sand tanks.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you just tap the button, then let it go, your sand tank is gone. You just wasted a sand tank.
Yeah.
So you make sure
But
you get all use out of your sand tanks. But I don't know why they took it out. I don't know what's so different about Prince of Persia. Maybe because the fourth one has nothing. The fourth one has nothing to do with time, really.
No, it doesn't at all. I haven't actually played it, but from what I've seen and heard, it seems to be a completely different prince and everything,
Yeah, he's more comical and stuff like that. He seems a lot more funny. It is kind of funny, really. The game is kind of funny. It has its funny moments, but it's not the best.
Prince of Persia 3 was pretty funny as well. Well, Two Thrones was pretty funny as well, because I kind of like the little dialogue that he had between the prince and his alter ego, the Dark Prince.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny when they were talking, insulting each other and whatnot. But like you said, I really, really enjoyed Prince of Persia. I liked the characters. They were all really interesting in the fight style, and especially the parkour as well, because that was always top notch. It was like there was always many ways